Welcome to Sideline Sports, where we give you an up-close and personal look at the teams, coaches, and athletes that make up the Columbia Basin. Here's your host, Jeff Slakey.
Welcome to another great episode of Sideline Sports. This week, a late-game surge makes the Battle of the Basin 2017 exciting down to the wire. It's hunting season in Grant County, and Moses Lake impresses at first home swim meet. Our game of the week, Connell at Royal City Football.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Allstead Real Estate, a name you can trust. A vengeance-seeking Tigers team had to deal with a late-game surge from the Quincy Jacks.
The Battle of the Basin took place in Ephrata last night for the trophy that travels with the winner of each year's contest. Quincy scored first, but a fumble on the kickoff gave the Tigers all the momentum they needed to plow through the Jacks for the rest of the first half. After making a 2-point conversion on a touchdown right before the half, the Tigers went into halftime up 29-7. After halftime, Ephrata was fired up and scored another touchdown, but had the extra point blocked to go up 35-7. That's when Quincy turned it on. The Jacks scored 2 touchdowns and looked like they were about to gain on the Tigers when a late touchdown pass by the Tigers put the game out of reach for Quincy. Ephrata held on for the 42-28 win. Ephrata won't have long to celebrate as next week they host Selah, the best team in the conference and potentially the best 2A school in the state. Quincy will travel to East Valley to take on the Red Devils. I'm Alan Tchaikovsky for s4e4 Sports.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Cheryl Konos Farmers Insurance is your local one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, and farm and ranch, Cheryl and Farmers are here for you. She'll work to put together a package that fits your needs no matter how big or small. She's right here in Ephrata. Please stop by for a free quote at 858 Basin Street Southwest or call 509-754-2550.
With hunting season upon us, here are some things to remember.
Hunting season is coming upon us for deer, waterfowl, and upland birds. Grant County has consistently been the top producing duck harvest county in the state. The Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife says that this hunting season is looking to be great across the board for bird hunting.
Our duck production locally was really good, everything up in the Channel Scablands, so Douglas County, Lincoln County was looking really good. Our counts, our brood survey counts this year were the highest they've been in like 10 years, so we have really good local production, and then all the production in Canada looks really good. All those counts were up, and then we are in the Pacific Flyway, which tends to have more birds than most other places in the country. Everything looks pretty positive for hunting season.
Deer hunting is most popular north of Ephrata in the Beasley Hills unit. As for upland birds, GMU 290, aka the Desert, spans from I-90 south to Frenchman Hills Road and is a popular area to hunt such fowl. It is also a coveted place to hunt deer, but permits are required and few are given. The Frenchman Regulated Access Area will be open to upland bird hunting 7 days a week, as opposed to the 3 days a week they were open last season, due to an overabundance of birds.
So if you're looking for ducks, Potholes is pretty much the primo destination in the state, certainly, and potentially in the Pacific Northwest.
The Pothole State Park is the closest launch to Potholes, with hunting being strictly prohibited in the state park. Down the street is Mardon, where you can not only camp, but get a guided hunting tour for $275 with a minimum group of 3 people. Lastly, there is something important regarding the Winchester Regulated Access Area that you need to know about.
We're having some issues getting water into that hunting area. There'll be water in early season, but it'll probably dry out pretty quick, so it's not going to last through the entire hunting season. But that's important for folks to know because that's a really popular spot. There's a lot of birds that come in there and use it. Get in early and hope you can find some birds.
Quail season opens October 6th, with pheasant season 2 weeks later on the 21st. Both numbers are looking very good according to Fish and Wildlife. Deer season starts October 14th and duck season takes off October 21st. For any questions regarding the regulations or general knowledge about hunting, it is best to visit the Washington Department Fish and Wildlife website, or you can visit the local office in Ephrata and pick up some information guides. I'm Adam Tchaikovsky for s4e4 Sports.
This portion of Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
Pillar Rock Grill, the best brunch in Moses Lake. After spending a lot of time on the road, Moses Lake comes home for a big win over East Valley.
Moses Lake Girls Swim Team had their first head-to-head home swim meet against West Valley yesterday. The meet started with the dive team in the first event. The winner of the dive event was Moses Lake senior Izzy Sika. Despite it being her second ever diving competition, she excelled, attributing her success to her background in gymnastics and cheerleading. She talked about how she got into diving.
I used to have aquatics during school, and they would let me go on the diving boards. And then some of the boy dive team, they'd be in my class, and they were like, "Hey, do this dive and this dive," and then they'd start getting me into it, and then finally senior year came along.
After a warm-up period, the swimming events took place. Moses Lake went on to take first in 9 of the 12 events, in some cases dominating the competition and bringing in all, if not most, of the points available. Moses Lake ended up winning the meet with a final score of 112.5 to 73.5. With the victory, Moses Lake moves to 2-2 in the conference and is tied with Eisenhower for third. Moses Lake will compete next Thursday at home against the undefeated Wenatchee Panthers. I'm Adam Chakosky for iFiber One Sports.
Checking the scoreboards in football. Moses Lake 35, Davis 0. Othello 41, East Valley 21, Warden 34, Columbia 28 in overtime. In soccer, Moses Lake 3, Eastmont 2, Warden 5, Wahluke 3, and Ephrata 6, Wapato 0. In volleyball, Moses Lake 3, Sunnyside 0, Royal 3, Warden 2. Ephrata over Othello 3-0. Last year's state champs and state champ runner-ups clashed during the regular season in what will be the most difficult challenge for each team. Both teams have ripped through the competition with little to no resistance so far this season. Royal is defending an incredible 33-game winning streak, and Canal would love to do nothing more than break it. Upcoming games, it's Moses Lake at Sunnyside, Sela at Ephrata, and East Valley at Quincy. In soccer, Warden at Keona Benton, Moses Lake at West Valley, and Ephrata at Grandview. And in volleyball, West Valley at Moses Lake, Ephrata at Ellensburg, and Warden at College Place. This has been another presentation of Sideline Sports. I'm Jeff Slakey.